Make a lot of noise for your next comic, Mr. Scot Shanahan.
I'm going to just tell you right off the bat, this is my very first time to ever do this, and I am nervous, okay? Thank you. Thank you. My goal is just to get through this without peeing my pants. That's really it. And that's what I said to my wife on our wedding day, too, by the way. And if you could help me, you could help me a lot by setting your expectations low. Yeah, lower. Lower. Very low. The lower you set your expectations, the better this will work for me. I also said that to my wife on our wedding day. And she took that advice, and we've been happily married for 8 years. We've been married 12 years, happily for 8 years. I'm kidding. We're not happy. No, we're really happy. We are. We argue sometimes, though, and I always lose. I don't know how. We had an argument not long ago, and I lost. And I'll tell you what happened. I don't even remember what we were arguing about, but towards the end of the argument, she said, all you ever do is contradict me. And I said, no, I don't. And that proved her point. And I don't know how. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm kidding about that. We are really happy. We've been married 12 years. We have a daughter. She will be 20 in 18 years. She's 2 now. And living with a 2-year-old is not a lot of fun. I love my daughter. I do not like living with her. I would not be upset if she moved, and I could like follow her on Instagram and this kind of thing. That would be all right with me. I'd have to get on Instagram in order to do that, but that would be. If you don't have kids, if you've never lived with a 2-year-old, I think it's kind of like if you were roommates with Hitler, but he was a really sloppy eater, and you had to change his diaper. That's about what it's like, and I imagine he was a sloppy eater, because he was a sloppy talker. That's my Hitler impression. And I just don't picture that as being a good eating guy. I don't know. I love my daughter. Like I said, she is 2. Yesterday, this is a true story, I took her to a kind of fancy restaurant. You may have heard of it. It's Chick-fil-A. You may have heard of that. It's a really fancy place. They want you to wear a tie, I think. I don't know. I had the chicken. But while we're eating, my daughter starts to cry because she's 2, and 2-year-olds cry because they are terrible people. They really are. And so she starts crying, and there's a guy at the table next to me, and he gives me one of these. I couldn't believe it. I thought, man, this is Chick-fil-A. I could see if it was IHOP or something like that, that reaction, right? But he gives me this. So I gave him this. That's the protocol. You just, right? Now, he's supposed to come back with... He did not come back with... He gave me this. I didn't know what to do. So I threw my baby at him. Said... Roll your eyes now. Yeah, no, the last part of that story wasn't all that true. The beginning was, though. Everything up till the throwing the baby was very true. So I appreciate y'all listening through that part, because that was the funny part. I'll tell you something else about myself. I've been arrested before when I was younger, and when you are arrested, you go to court, and they ask you. They say, "Are you gonna? You swear to tell the whole truth, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God." I said, well, that depends. Are you going to ask me about what I did? And they said, yes, we are. And I said, then I would not count on it. And they said, well, you can go to jail if you don't. I said, well, you probably should have led with that. And then I said, well, will you know if I don't tell the truth? And they said, maybe. I said, I like those odds. Yeah, and I'm a free man today. One of my biggest fears is prison. I do not want to go to prison. And the ladies know what I'm talking about, I think. Because, I was not good with the ladies, until I got married, and I'm not sure what she sees. Inside, I'm definitely going to be prom queen, okay? And I don't want that, okay? But you're supposed to face your fears, and one of my biggest fears is prison. So after the show tonight, I'm going to try to knock over a bank and just see what happens. Well, I watch a lot of prison TV shows. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And I'll watch, documentaries on prison, and they interview people who are in prison. And sometimes they'll interview somebody who is in prison for life without the possibility of parole. And I'm always disappointed in that person for not using that time to escape. Because I'm pretty sure that's what I would be doing. If they came up to me and said, hey, we're doing a documentary, and we'd really like to interview you. I'd say, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Can you just real quick, just watch out that way? I'm going to try to scale this fence right here, okay? The cameraman, if you could just create a diversion, please, that would be awesome for me, okay? I'd do anything to get out. I mean, life without the possibility of parole, what do you have to lose? They can't put you in extra jail. Once you're in, that's it. You're done, I mean, I could see myself talking to the guard. Hey, guard, come here for just a second. Hey, I know you can't be making more than, what, $50,000, $40,000? Dude, I'm going to give you a bunch of money. No, it's not a bribe. It's not a bribe. Don't worry about how I'm going to get it. It's okay. I've got it, or I'm going to get it somehow. Don't worry. But all I need you to do is just help me to escape, please. If you would do that. No, dude, come on. Dude, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't go to the warden. The warden, really? That's who you're going to go to. Really? What's he going to do to me? Put me in solitary confinement where I'm not getting raped every 30 minutes? Yeah, that's going to be awful. I would hate that. Okay, fine. Go to the warden. While you're on your way, would you tell that other guard to come here for a minute? No, I'm not going to ask him to help me escape. I've learned my lesson. Something different that I'm going to talk to him about. I am out of time, and probably just in time. My name's Scot Shanahan. Thank you very much.